All right, so overall, what is the expectations of a man? What you looking for? The ideal of a man. I mean, if we over communicate, what you just said, it's a problem. But if we don't communicate, it's a bigger problem. It leads you to finding someone else that you can gain an attachment with. So, what's the ideal? It's not
me? No, well, I didn't say it was
You have
No,
your
because I
ideal
have
man.
my man. First off, he got to be God fearing. If he's not God fearing, then it ain't gonna go nowhere anyway. Because I want a man that's gonna seek God about me. That's like for real. Like I know I joke around a lot, but I really want somebody like that. And just somebody that's gonna help me with all my children. Because a lot of people they don't want a woman with 4 kids. I have 4 kids, and I didn't even have guys like, I like you. If you didn't have all those kids, I would be with you, type time. But just someone that's genuine, even if he don't got it all, but he's real, he's genuine, he's there for me, he's there for my children, and we can make it do what it do, like.
Is it a height requirement, income requirement? Like all that,
Don't ask
all
me
that
about
kind of
height.
play. Yeah,
we
but
done
all that
already
play a
had
part
this
though.
conversation.
But all that plays a part though.
I'm short myself. I'm 5'1". So, I mean,
5'10", 5'8",
no,
5'4". He taller than you.
it don't matter. Height really is not an issue, but.
So going off of height.
Baby, y'all know I like a tall glass of whiskey. I don't even know why you trying to play with me
well,
like that.
It's a wild
But I
question.
will. But if it's the man that's gonna come into my life and be genuine and love me unconditionally, take in my kids, they don't need a father. But I do have. Just come in as a father figure. I don't want nobody coming in smoking, drinking, and taking my kids down a bad path because I don't do any of those things.
Can he discipline your kids too though?
If
Or
he
do
they
you have
stepdad and we married, then he
Not even married though. I'm just saying like if y'all
like we're in a
together.
long-term relationship, and I'm
Not
not
even
saying
long-term.
whoop him. No.
Like if y'all been together for 6 months, the
Okay.
kids acting up.
Then he can
he
go in
gotta-
there and tell them something, but he don't have to whoop my kids. But I'm not gonna get mad because the man is the head of the household. So if you need to go in there and tell them to clean up their room or do what they need to do, then that's so be it. Do it, because we get tired of having to discipline, cook, clean. Fuck you, all of the rest of it. Like, what else can I say? Nurture you. We got to be there mentally, physically, emotionally, all of that. We got to be there. So, we get tired. We want to break too.
From the beginning of that point of the relationship, the communication aspect, what are you looking for?
Oh, I'm going to sit down and talk to you straight up. Like, I'm going to tell you what I want straight up. Like, even if you coming into my home, you ain't got to even live with me because I'm not looking for that right now. But we going to sit down with my kids because kids going to tell it. A lot of people say, oh, don't have that man around your kids and all of this. But kids going to know off the real, like, nah, mama, that ain't it right there. They can read a person.
How quick though? How soon should you? I guess how soon
I
should
say
a man meet your kids?
I feel like a couple of months. Like, like we can just meet at an arcade or something. But if it's going to be something serious, I always go over it with my kids first because they feelings matter too. And on top of that, they're like marshmallows and they're like sponges. They are everything we do, they soaking it in. Everything from heartbreak, they listening. Even whenever you think your kid's not listening, they listening. Like when my baby father died, my son, I walked out the room. I was in the room crying, but he was listening at the door. And I'm like, kids understand when mom is going through things,
Yeah.
So,
and they be ear hustling if you think they don't. So it's better to be honest.
So going back to you had a guy that over communicated.
It's alcohol. I don't like alcoholics. He was an alcoholic.
Okay, well that's a
everything
whole
for me.
Different thing. So
Now,
what about a comparison versus someone in your past?
He's the best I've ever had. And we gave it a year of this so he can realize, if I drop the ball anywhere, let me know that. His thing was, when it's in the room, sex, he kind of felt like I was distant. I said, the reason why I'm distant is for 2 years, I've been letting you know, you went from socially drinking like me, like now, but you'll never see me drunk. That you'll never see, right? So I don't get drunk. I don't get wasted. He doesn't have friends because he doesn't want them. I do. I have 3. And we go and he says no bars, no bars, no clubs, no clubs, no friend guys, no friend guys. We can always go through each other's phone. We both have passwords. When it comes to Facebook and everything, for us it works to not have each other as friends, just so that we don't have that thing where you might want to go and be. No, we know it. Yours says in a relationship, mine says that.
You need to get back with him.
We might.
Exactly.
No, you definitely
But
do.
I told him, if you work, you don't have to stop drinking, but if you work on it to where I can talk to someone that's like in the right state of mind, but you get wasted and you start staggering, I got to carry you to the restroom because probably if I don't, he might be on the ground. I don't know.
Did you ever sit down and have this conversation?
And I cried. I literally cried. I did over and over, and I told him, you're going to lose me. And for him, it's a flex because I'm in a city I'm not from. No one can say, oh, I've been with her. Nobody has talked to me there. No one even knows me. It's just him. So, it's like you're here and you date a girl that's from Florida. She may be a hoe in Florida, but down here, nobody's had her. She's your girl, and then, so you want to secure that, and that's what he's doing. But when I tell him, like, that's a problem with me because I wasn't, like she said, I was raised with a mom and a dad until my dad passed away. So I've had that. I've seen my dad wasn't an alcoholic. My mom wasn't. Neither one of them were on drugs. I've never seen them fight, none of that. So we have that foundation. That's why when he works for a week, I don't do no tripping.
Were y'all engaged?
No, that was another problem. Because I'm like, we've been together 7 years. You ain't even proposed. Now, granted, I am technically still married, but my ex-husband's so cool. Like, we're friends on Facebook. And he's like, whenever you're ready for the divorce, he just ain't going to pay for it because he feels like I make more money than him.
And I keep telling him to get the divorce.
You should already have did.
I should have, but it was me having that grudge. Like, you cheated on me. You had a whole kid on me.
Yeah, but
So
you're in
why
a
do I
whole
have to
nother
pay for it?
relationship, though. Why would you
And she got a
keep that
good
attachment?
man.
Yeah, for sure.
Now it don't even matter because he never motivated me to do that. He never at least proposed. You can propose while I'm still married. It don't matter. That's
No, it matters.
No, it's
It definitely
He never
matters.
said that was a problem. He knew when we got together. The first thing I said.
He probably knew, but he just didn't know how to
And
communicate.
that's probably
with
why
you.
he
that's
had
his fault.
That's probably why
So why am I
he's
that
drinking.
person?
That's probably why he tries
he's
to talk to
drinking 'cause
you.
his inner self is already an alcoholic. He
Yeah,
was already
but
that before probation.
He might do want to marry you, but he don't want to look like
He
a
wants to
fool.
marry me now. He's like, if you move, we gave it a year. He's like, after a year of your lease, move back, and I feel like we got to get married. And I said, oh no, sir, I don't want that. And
But
he's like, why are we on your time now? 7 years, you don't know if I'm her. I am her.
he's never said he know you. He got you a brand new truck. He took you. He brought you here. Like he knows you are her. But you have to
don't
fix
show me you're her.
Okay, but you're saying that, but you have to fix your past too. Like your past is still rolling over
But
into it.
If he would have told me, you know what, something just don't really sit right with me messing with somebody that's technically still married, even though y'all been separated.
He don't know how to communicate that because he
But
probably
that's
feel
not-
like
And you are very strong-minded, like me.
But he's
We are very aggressive
unfiltered like me,
talkers.
too, because he's a business owner. He don't care. He'll hurt your feelings.
yeah, he'll hurt
tell
your
you.
feelings, but at the
So-
same time, he don't know how to communicate that with you because he probably feel like if he do, then it's a good chance that he might lose you.
It ain't gonna make me
Exactly.
lose me. I'm just gonna be.
He
like
might
this.
not know that though.
But he ain't got closed mouths don't get fed. I told him what my problem was, and I said it over and over, and I stayed, and I stayed, and I stayed, and I cried, and I stayed, and I said, you know what, we need to go to counseling. or
It sounds
something.
like he loved you a little bit more than you loved him though.
No, I loved him more because that's why I wanted him to marry me so I could have his last name.
You should have divorced the other nigga first.
Well, I am. But
No, you
I
should
have
have
no
been
reason
did
to
that.
because I didn't know he's
And
gonna
you
do it.
with somebody that can help you pay for it. That $600 a week could have been to pay for that.
Probably.
Gotta close that door, baby.
Yes,
close the
before
door.
the other one
But
opened.
if that would have been the sole issue, then
So,
granted, I
Let me
understand, but
ask,
that was
so if your ex-husband or current husband, whoever, if he was to try to spark that fling,
he already tried.
but just continuously in a different approach.
We
Would-
be on
would-
FaceTime with each other like friends. He tells me about the girls he messed with. I can't.
Do you feel like there's a more of a connection bond because?
No.
But it's long term.
That goes
If
back
you-
to women cheat
if-
more than men.
But the emotional side, if you FaceTiming them, that's engagement.
No, because what it is that we are so cordial. I can't, for someone like me that can't have no more kids, I make it very clear to everybody. I have a daughter that's half black and I have a son that's all Mexican. So if you're someone that's like, I don't like little Mexican kids or whatever, well, then you ain't gonna like them. You ain't gonna like me. So I make that very clear. If I'm talking to a Mexican dude, I have a black daughter, because he may not like it. I don't know. Or he might know, a lot of Mexican dudes, when they know that Mexican girls mess with black dudes, it's nasty to them.
Yeah, for sure.
And so they look at you different. So I make that understood. And the second thing is, I'm like, when she said with her with a bunch of kids, I'm like that with the dude. If you got too many kids for me, I'm not going to entertain it.
So-
because I'm not dealing, unless the baby mama's dead or something.
But
I'm not dealing with
so
it.
keep this in mind. If today or tomorrow you never spoke to him again, how would you feel?
I would feel like he lost out.
No, your ex.
Your ex, yeah.
Husband?
Yes. If
Oh,
you never spoke
I'm
to
encouraging him. I'm
Not
trying
the-
to hook him up with my friend.
I'm talking about no
Like,
cordial anything.
I
Like
would-
he just fell off the face of the
He
planet.
fell off the face of the earth when I
But
was
he-
in my relationship for
but-
7 years.
Okay, so after y'all got
But look
out
how
the
easy it
relationship,
was for
how was
him to
the-
find you and talk to you.
Because we've been
That's
friends
the
on
part.
Facebook the whole time.
Shouldn't
So-
have been
so-
friends.
But wait a minute, you gotta understand why this brother is drinking, girl.
No, but that's the thing with me. I'm so upfront. There's nothing. Even the guy I was with for 7 years, he knew that. There's no sneaky. There's no being extra. There's no lying. He knows. I told him the only reason why I'm friends with him on Facebook, we don't inbox each other, we don't FaceTime, we don't talk, but he's given me his social security, his address, phone number. So when I do file the divorce, I have everything. We're not fighting for nothing. We
But-
have nothing.
Yeah, but
together.
y'all got so much still going on though. Y'all friends on Facebook. Y'all still.
He don't care
kinda
though, so it works for us.
You think he don't care because he probably haven't
Because
communicated.
if he told me delete him, I'ma delete him. Well, you know what we both.
But you
do?
shoulda did
We
that
have
off the
But
rip.
y'all not even friends on Facebook though. So how he knows?
Because you know what, most women won't like. He still got phone numbers of ex-girlfriends in his phone. I do too. He has pictures of girls in his phone that he dated way back before us. I do too. So we're just.
But
on
they
different
probably
sides.
left him.
It doesn't matter.
You
he still
left-
got it and I got it, so it works.
Did you left your ex-husband?
Yeah, because he had a kid on.
That's a huge difference though.
Yeah, well, only.
They left him.
So you have a choice
you
to
get what
go
I'm
back
saying?
or not because he didn't leave you.
Well, he would die to have me back, but I'm not going back. You had a whole
And y'all
kid on.
friends and y'all still married.
Yeah.
You trying to
We
hook
ain't
him up with your
friends, but
On
I be
Facebook.
trying to hook him up with somebody, but he don't want to move on.
You don't
He'll-
wanna-
He'll divorce, but he just is like.
And
he
here
messed
we-
up.
here
He
I
don't
am,
wanna move
single
on.
as hell.
See, that's the big thing. So he does not want to truly move on.
Because he says that women are a piece of work and trying to figure him out. They think he has all this money and they want to use him and stuff like that. He'll tell me about the little dates he
is
went on, the sex and everything.
He's just most comfortable in his life with you.
Right, because we're married.
Until he meets
But I
somebody
never-
else.
So he has that soul tie to you. Like this is
They
even
both
though we're
do.
not
To
together.
him, he feels like I'm his soulmate, but so does my
that's
ex-boyfriend.
deep.
They both do.
They both feel like I'm their
No,
soulmate.
y'all both do.
I feel like my ex-boyfriend I've been with for 7 years is my soulmate.
Well, why y'all not together? You tripping?
Cause she crazy.
Because we needed the space. Like,
Shit.
Nah, you don't get no space in the relationship.
Well,
'cause
we
once
got-
you
Bro,
set-
you get the
Nah, hold
allowance,
on.
you get the
It's
work. You,
Once
you
you
didn't
get that
move down
space-
and he's still paying your bills. It's the what?
once y'all get space, the shit change. If y'all
and
been,
it wasn't meant.
but if y'all been broke up, like if I'm dealing with a girl and she asked for some space, and we ain't been dealing with each other for a year, we gonna have to reintroduce ourselves to each other.
Well, but here's the thing. We have the space, and we're big on our credit. So I'm like, I'm going to stay over here because I don't want to mess up my credit. He was like, all right, that's cool. He works too much for anyone to stay with him. So he ain't got time. He really don't have time.
We
to
all
meet
You
do.
anyone.
stayed there, and he
did,
worked
but
too much.
Everyone's not like me, though. I was my dad worked all
Girl,
the time,
he
gone
gonna
for a
bump
week.
into the wrong girl. Like I told you, this ain't nothing we
He
ain't
needs to
talked
learn his
about.
lesson then. But
He
if
don't
he...
need. Y'all supposed to do.
You
that
say that you
together.
won't be mad if he
still
move
fuck
on.
around. He still pays my bill, not all my bills, but he pays my car note because my vehicle is considered a company vehicle. I am a subcontractor for him. I prepare his taxes. He don't trust nobody with his money and what he brings in but me. So I still do all of that. There's
just how
nothing-
easy it was
We
for-
like
Okay.
it like this. It works.
But just how
Yeah,
easy it
we
was
ain't
for
gonna
you.
we ain't gonna
to-
get to the bottom of this.
But
So
hold
we
on, but
gon-
wait a minute. Let me
we
say
gonna
this
move
though.
to-
Me and him, we like it. Y'all may not agree with it because y'all don't know all the full dynamics.
No, we don't.
But it works for us, and if we get back together, we do. If we don't, We understand.
I think
He
you
might
should.
be
She got in, got out. She got what she needed, and she gone on with
I
her
think
life.
y'all should
period.
get back
I'm
together,
still
but that's
around.
my opinion. I ain't
probably
too
will.
hard.